As you get more and more accustomed to playing your card game of choice, a huge decision has to be made after your first pack of sleeves wears out and you're in need of both new sleeves and an upgraded deck box to protect your cards. There are tons of options and possibilities when it comes to what supplies to get for your game, and today we're going to go over what supplies are going to be best for your preference for protecting your cards in both playing and collecting in any TCG. I'm Nick with TCG HQ, and today we're going to go over a variety of products, the pros and cons I've observed from my own personal experience using them, the brand names, and which ones you should go for when deciding how to protect your cards. This is what supplies you should use for protecting your trading card game cards. First things first, we're going to start off with what I have in front of me, sleeves. Sleeves serve a variety of purposes when it comes to protecting your cards. If you're looking to put cards in a binder or away in storage, you have an economical option in the form of penny sleeves. These, like their name imply, come in a pack of around 100 normally, sometimes a couple more they throw in there, for about $1, and you can find them everywhere. You can find them in big box stores in the card section and LGSs, and you can get a ton of them all at once. It's not abnormal to buy a couple of these, sleeve up your hits, and put them away in a binder or a trade box for later time. If you're looking to buy a higher quality product to protect your collection, or buy sleeves to play with, I definitely recommend skipping the penny sleeves though, in that case, and going for one of the options here. We've got sleeves from Dragon Shield, Gamegenic, and Ultra Pro here. Let's start with this one. One of the most iconic brands of sleeves in the industry is Dragon Shield, and this is one of our main sleeves that we carry at Cards HQ. You can get Dragon Shields in quite a few different variations and colors, but today we're going to be taking a look at one of the more popular variations that shuffle very well. That's going to be the Dual Matte product line. Dual Matte sleeves come in packs of 100 for standard size and 70 for Japanese size. Standard packs MSRP for $14.99. The reason I recommend these specifically is because they're going to be the most premium, readily accessible sleeve you can buy at Cards HQ and is one of the best sleeves you can find at most card shops. They have incredibly durable edges and corners that allow for an easy shuffle feel, and if you take a look at this sleeve here specifically, these have premium aesthetic features that allow for the Dragon Shield Dual Matte to stand out among the others. The card rests among a black background whenever it's in a Dragon Shield Dual Matte, a feature that is shared with all of their different colors in this product line. It's a nice way to make your cards stand out, and it also allows for a quick spot checking of any whitening that might be occurring on the sides of your card, both when you first put it in the sleeve and over time as you play with them more. If Dragon Shield isn't your jam, perfectly understandable. Let's go ahead and take a look at my sleeve of choice. That's going to be Gamegenic. Gamegenic sells a ton of different variety of sleeves, but the one I'll be talking about today is going to be their line for Star Wars Unlimited. These right here are the dark saber-backed sleeves, and since Star Wars Unlimited is the main game I play, I use these sleeves for everything in every deck. We actually still have the deck that I played on camera against Steven a few weeks ago. Let's go ahead and bring that up. We have this Gar Saxon deck that I played with in the video with Steven a few weeks back, and they shuffle really well, even for a full 60 card Data Vault deck. That means that not only are you playing more cards than a regular deck of Star Wars Unlimited, but you also have the sleeves making the deck even more full, and they still shuffle really well, and they look great too. One thing I do notice about Gamegenic sleeves, however, is that if you're a hard shuffler like I can be, the edges can get dinged up a little faster than Dragon Shields. However, that being said, you're not paying nearly as much of a premium for these sleeves, so you can acquire more sleeves over time for less. I've often said on this channel, however, that I double sleeve everything for every game that I play, especially off camera. Gamegenic's standard sleeves here, of all varieties, pair incredibly well with their matte standard outer sleeve packs, my personal choice for double sleeving. Dragon Shield also has some choices for double sleeves, including both inner and outer sleeves. I like their inner sleeves a lot, but most of the time when I use their outer sleeves, I've noticed they're prone to corner bending, which isn't ideal for me, so I typically pass them up in favor of Gamegenic's product line. However, your mileage may vary, and your results might be better than mine if you choose to go to Dragon Shield. It's still a very solid product. And if you're looking for a budget alternative to these, I'd grab Ultra Pro sleeves. These sleeves you can find everywhere. You can find them at your LGS, at Walmart, at conventions. Ultra Pro is a ubiquitous brand within the card hobby for a reason. You can get sleeves a step above penny sleeves that will protect your cards and handle casual play very well for a reasonable price, with more premium options to choose from as well. Plus, we actually have a very iconic card from Star Wars Unlimited in an Ultra Pro sleeve here, and it looks pretty good and feels pretty good too. All in all, here's my breakdown. If you're looking to sleeve up a deck and play with it semi-regularly without double sleeving, go with Dragon Shield. If you're looking to double sleeve, I personally cannot recommend more using GameGenic with their double sleeve products. If you're looking to put cards in binders and want a lot of sleeves at an affordable price, go ahead and stick with Ultra Pro. All right, now let's move on to deck boxes. There are a lot of different options for deck boxes, even more so than sleeves in some cases, and the options can feel a little intimidating when you're shopping for them. If you're looking for a container to carry around some trades, hold a sealed deck, or have a box for holding pulls from entry packs, I would go for a soft crate. I personally carry around one soft crate in my bag whenever I go to tournaments or conventions for any promos or cards I may come across, and this is actually my personal one. It does the job well. This crate does a great job of doing it, and I use it for SWU, Magic, Union Arena, and a variety of other games I sometimes play. It's good for holding prearranged trades as well if my binder won't fit in my bag. For your deck, I would suggest getting a GameGenic deck box. They make them for Commander, for 60 to 80 card decks, and for general card storage. We also carry one of their most iconic flagship products and one of the most popular deck boxes in recent years, the Academic, and I've only ever heard great things about it. If you're not the biggest fan of GameGenic products, you can also go for BCW's line of deck storage. And one of my personal favorite deck storage options that has popped up in the last few years are going to be Squareos. This is Plankton from SpongeBob, and they also have them for TMNT, for Star Trek, for The Hobbit, and a ton of other different IPs. And I just think this is phenomenal when you're playing a silly thematic Commander deck and you need a deck pod for it. They're great. And for general card storage purposes, all these can seem pricey, so I'd recommend getting a more large-scale option for storage if you have a bunch of bulk that you want to store or you don't want to put them in just any old deck box that can get thrown around. You can go for your stock standard BCW cardboard storage, or you can upgrade and go for plastic rows that we use at Cards HQ. Sleeves and deck boxes make up the core experience of playing a TCG, but of course we also need a playmat. We won't spend too much time focusing on this, as playmats are primarily an aesthetic choice for a player. Most of them are going to be your stock standard neoprene mats with some art on them. You can find them for most big games. We've got one for Magic here, we've got one from Big Hero 6 in Lorcana, and we've got one with Darth Maul on it from SWU. All of these games have mass-produced playmats that can be purchased for around 20 bucks at an LGS near you, or more exclusive ones that are prizes for events or can be bought for a little more online. You can also go online and have custom ones be made, or you can try cloth playmats. Some people swear by them as being better. While I always recommend playing with a playmat, which one you get is primarily just going to be based on art that you like, so pick your favorite character from whatever game you happen to be playing, buy that one, and you're on your way. With sleeves, deck boxes, and your playmat out of the way, we now move on to what you're going to use to show off your cards and make trades: a binder. I talked about binders before in our 5 TCG mistakes video we made a few weeks back, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not get a ringed binder for your cards. It doesn't matter how well it's constructed or what the product line is. Ringed binders will destroy your cards and you won't get a say in it. Even if you're careful with how you open and close a ringed binder, if you pass your binder off to another person and they close it prematurely with the pages going over the rings, all of your cards that are pressed up against the ring in those pages are now damaged, regardless of what you did to make sure they're fine. Plus, binder rings wear out over time. They don't last, they get stuck, worn out, or misaligned. It's a lot more of a headache than it should have been, and it could have been avoided. 3-ring binders are for school, not for cards. Instead, you're going to want to get one with bound pages like a book, preferably with side-loading pockets. We offer a variety of these at Cards HQ for a decent variety of price points. It helps if it zips up as well, but it's not required. I personally recommend this really sweet 16 pocket binder for collecting playsets in games like Magic and Lorcana, or one like these that does zip up for general trades. As long as it has pockets, is woven, and stores cards, it's going to be a win for you. The great thing about supplies is that they're at every game store around the country. So in order to acquire the ones you see here, all you have to do is likely just go to your LGS. But if you're looking to buy from us to get the exact products we've talked about on camera, all you have to do is go to cardshq.com and head to the supplies section so that you can get your hands on anything you see here. What do you use to protect your cards and keep your collection pristine? Do you have any recommendations for sleeves, deck boxes, or binders? Go ahead and put your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more. I'm Nick with TCG HQ, and I'll see you next time.